Twitch! Crazy! I woke up this morning a little tired, right? Because, you know, I got a lot of things going on for the show that's on Friday. I did like a full run through this morning. That was crazy. And then for the show on the 11th of June, where you guys are performing surgery live in an operating table with a robotic arm. So that's really cool. And really scary. The reason why it's scary is because I am directly affected by Twitch's new policies. Twitch's new sense of absolute fucking bullshittery that they are pulling on content creators. I want to preface this of I am not struggling for money. There's a lot, you know, it's just, you know, there's a lot of people talking about this. And a lot of people that are like more affected by this. Okay, I am lucky enough that I have merchandising, I have YouTube, I have VODs channels, I have a lot of shit that's going on, right? So I'm not struggling for money. Okay, so this comes from a different place. This comes from a place of caring very deeply about the overall creator economy and the Twitch sphere and streaming as a whole. Because if the creator economy succeeds, then I succeed. And then so do you guys, right? Because, and I want to really instill this in your mind, the more money that your creators get paid, the more content you're going to get. It's directly correlated, right? It's with anything. It's literally the more money that somebody can make, the less money that's just going into rent, and then they just, you know, just hope they make enough for the next month, right? You don't have to, you know, live month to month on streaming revenue as much, and you can spend some of that money to make better content for you guys to watch. That's directly what's happening with my events. Like, chat, did you guys like PointCrow Party? Was that like a fun, funky, like just great event, right? Yes, right? I had a fantastic year on Twitch. And I've been completely, absolutely transparent with all of the finances for that because I think it's very interesting. And I really want to get that across of like why this matters. So we had a fantastic, absolutely amazing subathon last year. And the subathon ended up netting me around $250,000. Which is like, wow, that's a lot of money. God damn, right? But because I have this baseline of YouTube and everything else, I was like, you know what I'm going to do? And I said this during the subathon, is every single dollar that I make from the subathon will go directly towards events. And I asked about PointCrow Party earlier. And PointCrow Party cost $500,000 to create. And I can only do that because I was being paid decently by Twitch. It's no secret that I have a 70/30. So I get paid more than the average streamer per sub. And so I get paid more from Twitch, right? And I have that YouTube revenue and everything else. And I have employees that make me money and all, right? It's like it's continuing, right? So I am able to spend money on those events. And if I did not earn that much money, I would not be able to make events for you guys. It's very simple, right? The more money your creators make, the more content they can make, the more high quality content they can make. And then it makes the platform more desirable and more people watch, etc. Right? Am I correct with that? Do you guys understand where I'm getting at? Rich Crow, chat, I literally just told you I made 250 and I spent 500K. The math's not adding up over there. Like, you can't, like, do you understand that that's, we ran in the red last year. I didn't make fucking money last year, chat. I'm not a millionaire. My bank account has not reached that number because I spend a lot of it on content. So now you might be asking, PointCrow, why does this matter? What are you talking about? Okay. Do you understand what's going on? Well, first off, a while ago, Twitch decided to take all of the 70/30s, right? So whenever you pay one sub, I get 70%. Twitch gets 30%, right? The average streamer is 50/50, okay? Where you know, sub, the average streamer gets 50%. Twitch gets 50%, right? They decided recently, a couple months ago, to get rid of all of the 70/30s on the platform in favor of 50/50s, right? In favor of 50, just to go off and just be like, you know what? We're going to pay you less. Right? We're just going to pay you less. And that hurts because one of the reasons I was able to do some of these like cool events, like the surgery stream on the 11th, right? Is because I'm being paid a decent chunk of money. But now that I'm being paid less money, it makes it more difficult to create content like that for you guys in the future, right? And so what Twitch did today, now let's talk about that, right? This is all of the preamble, the context that you needed to understand what's going on here, right? The context today is that Twitch is doing something a little fucked up, where they released a bunch of new policy guidelines for branded content. So you know how I run, I have sponsors every now and then. We've had the Aura sponsor, we have Shure, microphones. There's a couple other ones that we have not announced yet. There's some sponsors for some shows coming up. Like, that's what it is, right? You've probably heard of like Raid Shadow Legends and all this stuff, like HelloFresh, the Factor meals, all this stuff, right? So the thing is that for a lot of these things, like we like are required from sponsors to like have just banner ads and stuff. So like you'll probably see like a huge like generic text thing of like right, like that, right? You'd probably see like a huge generic text there where it's like that just like exists. Sorry if I'm going on like a little bit of a tangent here, but I'm just very passionate about this. So it's basically, you know, they said that's not allowed anymore. Right? The logo that you have for sponsor streams needs to be 3% of the screen space, which is very small. The ads that you show, you cannot show baked in video ads, which essentially is if I wanted to be like, hey guys, look at this fancy here's actually a really good one. Here's a really good yeah, so I couldn't show this. Starting July 1st.
Healer wins.
I cannot show a KFC commercial that like Ludwig made, right? I can't. The streamer awards could not exist because they run advertisements baked into the stream. Charity streams cannot exist anymore, and in their current state, because Tiltify, one of the most prevalent things, has little banners of disclaimers of like, this is a charity stream, donations and stuff, right? This affects a fuck ton of shit, right? It's the stream rewards couldn't exist. OTK Game Expo, OTK things, esports events cannot exist under this. If you've seen any esports events, they have giant banners of like the sponsors. They just can't do that anymore. And then regular ass streamers who are getting sponsorships from like Raid Shadow Legends or whatever, and they require like little banners that explain how many people have signed up, right? Like by these new guidelines, it's not allowed, right? So that's like that. If you want to see this in a more concise, not as emotional way, because I get that happens with me, then I would recommend Ludwig's Mogul Mail. He explains it extremely well on all of this. But essentially, there's a couple reasons why I think a lot of people like. There's a couple things that like I think people are like realizing why this is, And it's because Twitch is trying to take a cut of like the sponsorships, because Twitch announced this like new branded content thing where like companies go to Twitch, and then Twitch will bring it to you, and then that you can make money off of that after Twitch gets a cut. And it's like they might be trying to push that more in the future, and it's like that's not how that currently works. Plus it's just very odd, you know. I hope this doesn't do much, but it's very much like any streamers with current contracts or any streamers that want to get contracts with sponsorships now have to deal with this. At the very minimum of all of this, right? At the very, very minimum, it does not incentivize companies to work with streamers anymore. Like it just doesn't, you know? Like straight up. Like because of the whole recession and stuff that started at the beginning of 2023 when people were making their budgets, a lot of sponsorships and sponsorship companies sort of like left the space. And so sponsorships sort of like dried up a bit, right? Like just like fully on just like did that. What the fuck is going on in chat? Why you guys, why are the mods working overtime? What's going on? I'm talking about Twitch. You guys good? Yeah, just do clean chat. I didn't know this was like divisive of this. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Anyways, so basically, to summarize it all up, I'll like packet it in a little bow here. Twitch is sort of making this change to sponsorships. If you don't have any sponsorships, this still affects you. Because it affects, it decentivizes companies to go out and do things if the restrictions are so tight. Then it also affects charity streams. There's going to be weird disclosures. The banners that you had for Tiltify aren't allowed under this 3% rule, which is odd. Esports events, I don't know how they're going to do that. If they have sponsors, baked in ads can't happen anymore either. Like they can't just show those. Which is literally just an advertisement shown on screen. And then also, charities, esports organizations, regular streamers. There's just like a ton of shit. So, yeah. Now there's like the question that always comes up when something like this happens, right? And the question is like, PointCrow, are you moving to YouTube or like anything like that? Oh, also there's the other question of like, can you even show Doodle? Yeah, I can show Doodle. It's like my own thing promoting me. However, if I made a separate company that then made an ad, I couldn't show that. But the thing is like, are you moving to YouTube? Right? No, the answer is no. And you might be like, PointCrow, why? It's because like, the answer is I can double dip. Why like lock into one platform when I can double dip? You know? I make more money on YouTube. I get higher viewership on YouTube. My VOD views are higher. More people watch the streams post stream. The subscribers work. It works super well to go into viewership. The video player is great. Playback is awesome. There's discoverability. People can just watch my stream without knowing who I am, etc. It's really good. But I'll be honest, the chat moderation sucks. And I'll be completely honest with you. If they fix chat moderation, what is there left? They took away my 70-30. Like, they have everything else. Like, if they have moderation tools, seriously, what's left? Can you please play Tears of the Kingdom now? I am quite literally fighting for you, and you don't even know this. Calm the fuck down. Yeah, that's like the moderation for YouTube chat is like, it's just not great. I mean, there's a reason why we had to like censor some things in the post video after like for Tears of the Kingdom is because like YouTube moderation itself like couldn't handle that with like the on-screen chat like enough. So yeah, I don't know, you know, I seriously just don't know. We'll see. I'm not moving to YouTube. But I mean, that's like, yeah, that's kind of like what's going on with Twitch. Hopefully that kind of like makes sense, you know, and all. So, I don't know. This whole thing kind of sucks. And I hope they like remove it and all and like change it. But it's not amazing. Here, I made a whole thing on this, you know, of like, you know, basically what I talked about. I also included a puppy at the end. Because I was like, how do I end this like thread? I don't make Twitter threads often. You know, I'm not that serious on stream. I like just don't like getting too serious because it's like not like fun, you know? So then I was like, all right, how do I end this? I was like, oh, there's a puppy. Yeah, spoiler alert, at the very end, there's a puppy. So yeah. Sorry for like taking the beginning of stream like this, but it's something I think that is very important to talk about because I really care about like the whole creator economy, and I think it's very interesting, you know. Part of the reason why I really like streaming is like the metagaming of it, you know, of like, okay, like what can I do? What's the creation? What's all of this, right? So when it comes to this, it's like I would rather like tell you guys than like keep you in the dark. Eric, that puppy's taking more than 3% of your screen banned. Fuck! Damn it! Oh, I'm getting banned. So yeah, are you gonna do anything different now? That's a great question. Thanks for asking. No. Functionally, for you guys, no. You see, when they took away, like the funny thing is like when they took away my 70-30, or they're taking away my 70-30, right? Like I was literally like, what's going to change is I'm probably going to take more sponsorships. So, I don't fucking know. Chat, I guess you guys will get more, merch then? Like, I'm trying to do things that help you guys. So, I guess we'll do that. If you guys want it, you know. An army of doodle plushies in different varieties. Yeah, now is the good thing. Now's a good time to tell you, PointCrow.shop. You can buy a doodle plushie for pretty cheap, and it helps out the channel, and you get something for it. Anyways, yeah. I don't think there's anything that's actually going to be different about the channels. It's just more like, it's just like, it's something just to know. It's something I have to work around, basically, you know. That's hilarious. But yeah. It's like really funny how the sort of full, like, dude, how the fuck, like, they're eliminating ways to make money on this platform. That's why Ludwig left Twitch. No, Ludwig left Twitch because YouTube gave him a fucking giant bag, okay? Like, and he also believed in YouTube, you know, of like doing better. But like, you can't just say that's why he left. Like, no, there's a little bit more to that, you know, like, like it's like, you know, there's like a bag there. So, yeah. Any questions, chat, you guys got about this? Twitch just tweeted an apology. I don't think, did they? What? Twitch. Did they? I doubt, actually. They haven't really done that before. Oh. They did. All right, chat. Let's dig. Today's branded content policy was overly broad. This created confusion and frustration. We apologize for that. We do not intend to limit streamers' ability to enter direct relationships with sponsors. And we understand that this is an important part of how streamers earn revenue. We want to clarify our existing ads policy that was intended to prohibit third-party ad networks from selling burned-in video and display ads on Twitch, which is consistent with other services. We missed the mark with the policy language and we'll rewrite the guidelines to be clearer. I do have, I have a response to this. Because, I mean, hey, Twitch went out and apologized for this. Twitch went out and apologized. And you know, I think it's just really commendable that they did this. And just really respectable that they would go and do something so brave. Something so just absolutely crazy and out of the box. It's just like, you know, when you think about it, it's just like a weird sort of, you know, it's just, I don't know. I just really commend them for doing something so brave here. Because, you know what? Thank you so much, Twitch, for apologizing. What kind of response is this shit? Oh, I'm sorry. It's more than 3%. That's large. Oh, look away. I'm getting banned. Jesus. Oh. Oh my fucking god. All right, you guys want to get into Tears of the Kingdom? That was a good laugh. I had a, you know what? Twitch should really change to be a comedian's platform. They got some jokes.